Hey, good day. It's Dan here, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about excuses and alibis. I'm just hanging out here on the couch. Got our new painting up on the wall behind me. It's not actually new. We've had it for years rolled up in a closet, and so finally this Christmas I got the kids to help me. I built some frames, and the kids helped me stretch the canvas over that wooden frame, and just managed to get it finally hung there last night. So now the big paintings, I don't know if you can see that, it's over there on the wall in the bigger opening. Got the new one up behind me. But not enough about paintings. You didn't want to hear about that anyway. So this morning I was listening to the Think and Grow Rich call. My good buddy Paul Hutchings, who leads that mastermind call weekday mornings. Check it out if you haven't already. GrowRichAudios.com. Go get the number for that call or find the link and get on the call. It's a great call. So we were just finishing up going through Think and Grow Rich and going through Napoleon Hill's 57 famous alibis. You know, alibis, another word for excuses, really. And so these were really good, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to read these to you because I think you'll probably recognize a few. I know I did. And like another of my mentors says, T. Harv Eker says, you can have reasons or you can have results. You can't have both. And so his word for excuse is reason. Still the same thing. You can either have reasons or you can have results. So here's the alibis, excuses, or reasons, and see how many of these you recognize, and then better yet, how are you going to transform your reasons into results and stop making excuses for the results you're producing and come up with the actual result you're looking for. So I'm just going to read some of this. This is out of the very end of Think and Grow Rich. It's the last chapter, last couple pages here. I'll try and make it quick. I don't want this video to be too long. I know your time's valuable, as is mine. So here we go. People who do not succeed have one distinguishing trait in common. They know all the reasons for failure and have what they believe to be airtight alibis to explain away their own lack of achievement. Some of these alibis are clever, and a few of them are justifiable by the facts. But alibis cannot be used for money. The world wants to know only one thing. Have you achieved success? And you get to define what success is to you, but in the context of this book, success translates into what have you produced monetarily. How much money are you making? But that's beside the point. Back to the book. A character analyst compiled a list of the most commonly used alibis. As you read the list, examine yourself carefully and determine how many of these alibis, if any, are your own property. Remember, too, the philosophy presented in this book makes every one of these alibis obsolete. Here we go, 57 famous alibis. If I didn't have a wife and family, if I had enough pull, if I had money, if I had a good education, if I could get a job, if I had good health, if I only had time, if times were better, if other people understood me, if conditions around me were only different. If I could live my life over again, if I did not fear what they would say, if I had been given a chance, if I now had a chance, if other people didn't have it in for me, if nothing happens to stop me, if I were only younger, if I could only do what I want, if I had been born rich, if I could meet the right people, if I had the talent that some people have, if I dared assert myself, if I only had embraced past opportunities, if people didn't get on my nerves, if I didn't have to keep house and look after the children, if I could save some money, if the boss only appreciated me, if I only had somebody to help me, if my family understood me, if I lived in a big city, if I could just get started, if I were only free, if I had the personality of some people, if I were not so fat, if my talents were known, if I could just get a break, if I could only get out of debt, if I hadn't failed, if I only knew how, if everybody didn't oppose me, if I didn't have so many worries, if I could marry the right person, if people weren't so dumb, if my family were not so extravagant, if I were sure of myself, if luck were not against me, if I had not been born under the wrong star, if it were not true that what is to be will be, if I did not have to work so hard, if I hadn't lost my money, if I lived in a different neighborhood, if I didn't have a past, if I only had a business of my own, if other people would only listen to me, if, and this is the greatest of them all, I had the courage to see myself as I really am, I would find out what is wrong with me and correct it. Then I might have a chance to profit by my mistakes and learn something from the experience of others. For I know that there is something wrong with me, or I would now be where I would have been if I had spent more time analyzing my weaknesses and less time building alibis to cover them. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. There's a couple more pages here just right at the end, but I don't want to read all that. Find a copy of this book. You know, if you go to my website at lookingforamentor.com, sign up for my free report there. I actually send you a digital copy of Think and Grow Rich so you can read it for yourself if you don't have a hard copy. I've got a couple of hard copies, but digital copies just fine too. So the only part I disagree with there in what Napoleon Hill shared was the part at the end about figuring out what is wrong with me. I don't really agree that there's anything wrong with any of us. Maybe some wrong thinking, and that's likely what he's talking about is just getting out of our own way. I think we can achieve pretty much anything we set our mind to, and the challenge is often we set our sights too low instead of aiming high or believing that we can achieve those high goals. So that's what I got for alibis, excuses, and reasons for you today. Hope you like that. Leave me a comment below the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know how some of those excuses have cropped up in your life and what you're doing to change that, and what kind of results you're getting as a result of changing that. So hope you're having a great day. I look forward to seeing you on another video. Bye for now. Take care.